All right, we're up and at 'em. It's a little after 4 o'clock on this Wednesday, September the 8th. Just wanted to provide a bit of an update on the tropics. It's been a few days, and we've got some, we got some trouble brewing, at least for parts of the tropics. And no, we're not talking about the overhyped Larry. Good grief, the garbage that was being spewed by many outlets on that one went way, way, way over the top. But Larry's not going to be a problem. It's nothing more than what I would call a fish storm, if you will. So talking about Larry, but of more immediate concern is the storm that's organizing just off of the Florida Panhandle will make landfall over the next 12 to 24 hours. And the National Hurricane Center now says that Invest 91L has a 60% chance of achieving tropical storm status. So I thought that that was worth a mention. I'll let you look at radar for a moment. I've got one more share to get out. I want to get this over to my primary Facebook page. Not that they share YouTube videos very well, by the way. I think most of you guys know that. But I at least have to try. So give me a moment, and we'll get that out over here to my main Facebook page, and I'm going to be checking with you guys in just a second as well. See who's on live. They do have flash flood watches, by the way, that have been posted for much of the Florida Panhandle. Areas that have been already inundated with thunderstorms the last few days. It's going to be a rainy night tonight. Okay, make sure that we get this and share away. All right, that's been posted. Let's see who we have, and then we'll jump on in, updating on Larry and Mindy all at the same time, and what else may be brewing in the tropics. Good to have you guys with us here. We'll make this a short one. I'm going to aim for about 10 to 15 minutes on this update. And again, the focus will be on Mindy. Larry, I think most people know it's not that big of a concern. But thanks for being on. If you don't mind a quick like and share, as always, it is appreciated. And let's see what I did with my radar unit. There you are. All right, so here's a look at the bigger picture. And obviously, storm of interest right about there. That's the center of circulation. Going to come on shore. It looks like it will be west of Panama City and maybe just east of Destin. So somewhere between Panama and Destin. But even if you're not in the direct path, you're going to get hit. Big rainmaker this has already been. So we'll continue to watch that. Looking up the eastern seaboard. This is the reason Larry won't be a problem. This right here is a front associated with a trough that's going to lift Larry out to sea. Not that I think too many people are concerned about Larry at this point, but if you were following the media and their coverage from about a week ago, oh my gosh, it's going to be the storm of the century. Was a cousin of mine forwarded something asking about this storm. And he's like, is it really going to be the first F6 ever seen? I'm like, what are you talking about, F6? He was talking about the Saffir-Simpson scale. It's not F anything, first of all. And no, there's no such thing as a 6. And no, this won't be the first one. But he had asked that because he ran across some not so great information on the internet. Imagine that. Running into bad information on the internet. There you go. This is from Panama City Beach at the Sandpiper Beacon. See the surf's up a little bit. Not too many people on the beach, and it looks like it's pouring. So there's a pretty good reason for that. All right, I've got you. See if I've got that updated satellite. Here we go. Let's talk about Larry real quick. Here's Larry. Latest information on this storm. Hey, it's still a formidable storm. It's got a central pressure of 966 millibar. Maximum sustained winds of 110 miles per hour, so a low-end Cat 3. And it's moving off to the northwest at 13 miles per hour. This is not going to be a problem for anybody. Nobody, not a problem. It's moving off to the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Got an
This
echo.
is not going to be a problem for anybody.
Echo Bravo.
Nobody.
Okay, that should take care of that. All right, so echo no more. And let's make sure I'm up. Okay, good to see you guys on here, by the way. Thanks for being on. Let's go back to... Okay, so Larry, that's the latest on Larry. And then, oh, look, they've even upped it again. They just upped it like an hour ago to 60% because it was 50% before. And then like an hour ago, no, 60%. They must have done some reconnaissance, some aircraft reconnaissance. Let's see what they say. Updated satellite and radar data indicate the shower and thunderstorm activity continues to gradually become better organized in association with the area of low pressure located about 115 miles southwest of Appalachia, Florida. In addition, satellite-derived wind data indicate that the circulation has become somewhat better defined today. If these developments do continue, advisories will likely be initiated of the system as a tropical depression or tropical storm later this afternoon. Tropical storm warnings could be required. So They're saying this thing is spinning up pretty quick. I want to take a close-up look at the satellite of this storm coming up in a moment. So let's go ahead and get that satellite prepared. And let's go back over to radar. Larry's not going to be a problem. It's a fish storm. It's going to go off to the open Atlantic. It's not even really going to impact Bermuda other than some large swells. So the storm of the century turned out to be, it wasn't even that strong. I think it reached, 125 mile per hour winds or so. It wasn't even that strong. You know, you got yahoos on social media calling for the first ever Category 6 hurricane, which is pretty funny. All right, see if they've got a floater on this yet. Oh, that they sure do. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a look. All right, so there you go. It's going to bring some rain. That's what it's going to do. It doesn't make a difference if you put a name on it or not. It's just going to bring heavy thunderstorm rains. It's not going to bring much wind. It's just not organized enough, in my professional opinion. What's this button do? I got a button on here. There it is. All right, let's talk about Larry. There's Larry. Bermuda's just right there on the edge of that storm. It's going to pass safely to the east, and then it's going to be moving towards like Nova Scotia, and then it's going to turn away, and then it's going to get all the people up in Greenland. Not really. Not really. So that's the path of Larry. Larry is not a problem. All right, so we're done with Larry. Let's go back over to Mindy. I want to bring up the track of this storm. I got to remember what button does what. Oh, there's this one. All right, let's try that. Okay, so Larry's not going to be a problem. Let's move back to Mindy. Disorganized, but the Hurricane Center says that it is going to give it a name. And I'm not surprised. I mean, look, if it's a legitimate tropical storm, then name the thing. But if it's, well, it could go either way. I don't know. I just know there's a tendency to name everything right now. They name them all. And I don't know if they're just trying to get more tropical statistics, you know, same thing they do with hurricanes. Tornadoes. Oh, well, we found another tornado. We found another one and another one. And yeah, sure, it was just twigs blown off of a tree, but we think it was a tornado. Whatever. I'm not trying to diminish it. I'm just saying this thing, it's going to come on shore. It's really not going to be all that big of a deal. Okay? Just my professional opinion. Let's talk about the track. Not Larry. All right, Larry. Where are you? All right, so let's get off Larry and let's go on to Mindy. All right, we're going to take a look at two hurricane models. I'll show you the HMON first, showing you in detail where this thing is going over the next 24 hours. Again, they're going to give it a name. They're up to 80% there. They've already made up their mind. They're going to name it. It's going to make landfall between Panama City and Destin. Okay, that kind of gives you an idea. And then it's going to move into Georgia and parts of South Carolina. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Okay, so that's the HMON. Let's talk about the HWRF. Okay, so the HWRF looks a little more organized, but it's bringing it on shore like 1,005 millibar. It's pretty weak, I gotta say. But again, it's not about the strength. This is a rainmaker. That's the reason that we have the flood watches that are out there. Flash flood watches. So regardless of whether they go ahead and they intensify it and they call it a tropical storm, it doesn't make a difference. It's not going to bring wind, not much, and it's not going to bring storm surge, but it is going to bring a lot of rain. All right, that much we can agree on. So let's take a quick look at the storm as we speak, and you can see some of the counties here that are going to get, they have the flood watches, flash flood watches. So even if on the the right side of the storm, well removed from where it's going to come on in, they've had a lot of rain. So Lake City flood warning. Make your way down here towards Apalachicola. That's a flood watch. You got flood warnings east of Panama City. flood watch, I should say, east of Panama City. Flash flood watch as well to the north. They don't have Panama City boxed in. And looks like a flash flood watch as well for, is that Destin? Getting close to Destin or just to the east of Fort Walton Beach. So let's take a quick look at the IR here. There it is. Put you into motion. And there you go. It's going to rain. It is going to rain. Okay, elsewhere in the tropics, let's take a look. See if those, and we'll start first with the satellite perspective. So I want to take a big perspective here. Going to take a look at the entire Atlantic basin and see if there's anything else brewing. Okay, here you go. So there's Larry. Again, a little pinwheel. That is Larry. That's a formidable hurricane, even though it's lost some of its better characteristics. Doesn't have a very well-defined eye at all. There's Mindy, soon to be Mindy. They're going to give it a name. I just know they will. Okay, so looking elsewhere, don't see a lot. I see a little disturbance here near the Cape Verde Islands, but the Hurricane Center's not really talking about that one yet. Don't know if it'll develop. We'll look at a quick model in a moment. Otherwise, this stuff here associated with the ITCZ, that's the Intertropical Convergence Zone. Doubt anything will come of that. Let's take a look at the upper level winds over the Atlantic, and you can see these are 500 millibar winds where you can clearly see Larry spinning around. Otherwise, the winds are pretty weak, which is actually favorable for development. You can see the trough of low pressure. It's this feature here across the eastern U.S. that's going to help to sweep Larry back off to the North Atlantic. All right, so otherwise, I think we're quiet for a little while. We'll watch Mindy. I think everybody's going to survive. Look out for some raindrops. Larry is not the storm of the century, in case you hadn't figured that out yet. Thanks for being on here during this short show. Tiffany Prime on here, Tallahassee, Florida here, so shouldn't worry, no, just rain. You got rain and rain. That's what you got. Thanks for being on, Tiffany. Be sure to like and share and subscribe if you haven't already to the program. Thanks for being on. That's all I've got, and we'll be back next time for another update once those tropics get brewing a little more. In the meantime, you guys stay safe out there on those roads. If you're traveling, stay blessed, my friends, and we will indeed talk again soon. We'll see you.